With so much content whizzing around out there, there's only one storytelling platform that helps you keep calm and stay informed and inspired: Flipboard. Flipboard curates the world's stories so you can be smarter in your work, life, and play. Choose from thousands of topics to personalize Flipboard and get the latest stories from the best publishers and experts delivered to you 24/7. When you see stories you want to save or share, tap the plus button to add them to private or public collections. It's that simple. Used by millions of people every day, Flipboard is how people move themselves and the world forward. Get started now at flipboard.com. It's the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news, with your hosts Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-Commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's E-Commerce Minute, episode 256.
In today's episode, Facebook cracks down on junk sellers.
Did you ever scan your Facebook feed and see products for sale and think, is this legit? Can they really sell this for that price? Well, sometimes that deal is really too good to be true. Facebook had seen a rise in complaints from users regarding merchandise that's subpar or doesn't arrive on time, or at all. The move comes after a Wall Street Journal article featuring a $70 hoodie that the buyer said smelled like gasoline. The new features will allow users to share their shopping experiences and leave feedback after viewing a Facebook ad. The social media giant said it's warning businesses that receive a high volume of negative feedback to give them a chance to address their grievances. If their feedback doesn't improve over time, Facebook will reduce the number of ads the business can deliver and could simply ban the merchant from the platform. There are some companies that are just bad actors, and we have no tolerance for that, said Sarah Epps, a product marketing director at Facebook. As soon as we detect those companies, we enforce against them, but for companies that do want to improve, we want to give them the opportunity. The announcement comes after the Wall Street Journal's article about merchants who sell shoddy goods drop-shipping from China via platforms like AliExpress or Oberlo. Shoppers have frequently complained about misleading marketing and low-quality goods that arrived weeks later from China. Facebook said it has already started warning hundreds of e-commerce sites that have received a high volume of negative feedback. Among those notified were the types of businesses mentioned in the Journal story. Crazy dropshippers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the whole idea for eBay and Amazon, right? You sell stuff on eBay and then you actually order from Amazon. And if it's wrong, like you can't really, like, why'd you get this Amazon box? Yeah, this is definitely a... Is it fraudulent? I'm not sure.
It's not it's like not, it's not technically fraudulent, but it isn't good business.
No.
And there's been a bunch, because this article came out in the Journal, and at the same time, there's been a few podcasts that did kind of deep dives on this drop shipping thing, because it's like, you know, you see these guys out there that are trying to hustle the, I'll make you $100,000 drop shipping from China.
Yeah.
Just sign up for my course. So a couple guys like went in and signed up and like really talked to some of these, and they turn out to be just really just young guys that are just working out of their bedroom hustling. Nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong technically with drop shipping. The problem comes in when the stuff that they're drop shipping is crap. You know, I know people that make a ton of money drop shipping beds, you know, and it's actually, they've just hooked up with got the right relationships with the manufacturers or the distributors, then they're able to make a couple bucks. Turn it on the other side, you've got people who are selling all this, for lack of a better term, crap from AliExpress, like the little bracelets and what they do is they come up with these really creative campaigns. They get some nice photography. They get the good social media following because these are young guys that are just good at social, and they do nice photography. And you go through your Instagram feed and you'll see, oh, look at this watch. And people say they ordered these watches and it looks nothing like the photo. And
right.
But then you have to say to yourself, well, you paid $9 for the watch. What did you expect?
Right. And it's funny because, yeah, the watch might look like it online, but does it, like, and these guys in the middle don't really care. You know, they're making a buck off that watch and they're not touching anything. You know?
They're not touching anything, and they don't expect you, or don't even care that you order it again. And that's the dangerous part.
Right.
Because then what happens is, if this happens again and again and again, people are going to say, I am never going to order anything off Instagram or Facebook because this is just a bunch of crap. Like I'm getting continually ripped off because are pulled in by this bait and switch type of advertising.
Yep, absolutely.
So they're going to start cracking down, and I think this is a very positive thing because, as we said, it's really easy to do that kind of drop ship hustle And unfortunately, there are some people who do it legitimately and do a really good job of it, and it can actually make a living from it. The problem is you've got every 18-year-old kid that says, "Yeah, I'm going to be a dropship hustler, man," and then they wind up selling all the crap that this story is about.
Dropship hustler.
Dropship hustler.
Is that Dropship Hustlers? Is that a new band?
Dropship Hustlers. They opened for Dave Matthews last week, I think. Yes. All right.
Dropship Hustlers. Oh man.
I'm gonna go draw the album cover once we jump off here. I think come up with a logo. It's pretty good. All right. Got anything else?
Yeah, Dropship Hustlers will be touring next year for five shows.
Catch us live on our East Coast tour, the Dropship Hustlers. All right, that's your e-commerce minute. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That was a good one.
Dropship Hustlers.
Dropship Hustlers. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe, or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion, or just want to say hi, find us on social media @Sumo Heavy.